Developmental periods. Embryonic period, prenatal period. In humans, this period is passed in mother's womb. It includes the events from fertilization till birth. Post-embryonic period, postnatal period. This period is passed outside the mother's womb. It includes events from birth till death. Scrotum. It is a pouch of deeply pigmented skin, divided into two separate sacs. Each sac contains one testis. Normal temperature of the testes in the scrotum is about 2 to 2.5 degrees lower than the internal body temperature. This is the ideal temperature for development of sperms. Testes. Testes are primary sex organs in male. Each testis is oval in shape with a length of about 4 to 5 centimeters and width of about 2 to 3 centimeters. Each testis has about 250 compartments called testicular lobules. Each testicular lobule contains 2 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubules. Sperms are produced within these tubules. Penis. The penis is male genitalia, male copulatory organ. Tip of the penis is called glans penis, that contains a slit-like opening, called the external urethral orifice. It is covered by loose fold of skin, known as prepuce or foreskin. Surgical removal of foreskin is called circumcision. Penis conducts urine from the body and transfers semen into reproductive part of female during sexual intercourse. The penis contains group of erectile tissue. During sexual arousal, parasympathetic neural system causes penile erection, which is necessary for copulation. Spermatogenesis. At the onset of sexual maturity, the primordial germ cells divide mitotically and produces large number of diploid spermatogonia. Each spermatogonium actively grows to form larger primary spermatocyte by obtaining nourishment from the nursing cells. Each primary spermatocyte undergoes sequential maturation divisions. First of which is reductional or meiotic division. This division results in formation of two haploid daughter cells, called secondary spermatocytes. Both secondary spermatocytes now undergo second maturation division, equational or mitotic, to form 4 haploid spermatids. The transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa is referred to as spermiogenesis. Sperm. Sperms are microscopic and motile structures. Sperms remain alive and retain their ability to fertilize an ovum from 24 to 48 hours after being released in female genital tract. Sperm contains following parts. Head. Anterior part of head contains a small region known as acrosome and posterior large nucleus. Acrosome is Golgi body derivative of spermatid. It chiefly contains an enzyme named hyaluronidase and is categorized under sperm license. These enzymes are essential for the process of fertilization. Neck. It is very short and is present between the head and middle piece. It contains the proximal centriole, near to the nucleus, and one distal centriole. Middle piece. This part of human sperm contains spirally arranged mitochondria around the axial filament. Tail. It is several times longer than head and helps in swimming in the medium. Female reproductive organs. Ovary. Produces eggs or ova and female sex hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Oviduct. It is also known as fallopian tube. Passageway for eggs from the ovaries to the uterus and provides the site for fertilization by the sperm. Uterus. It is also referred to as haustra or womb, where a fertilized egg implants and grows into a fetus during pregnancy. Cervix. Allows menstrual blood to flow from the uterus and serves as a pathway for sperm to enter the uterus. Vagina. Receives the penis during sexual reproduction, allows the menstrual blood to exit the body, and lets the baby passes through during childbirth. Vulva. Mons pubis. It is the anterior most portion of the external genitalia, which is cushion of fatty tissue covered by skin and pubic hair. Clitoris. Posterior to the mons pubis is the clitoris, which is homologous to glans penis in males. It contains erectile tissue. Labia majora, these are two large fleshy folds of skin which forms boundary of vulva. These are partly covered by pubic hair and contain large number of sebaceous glands. Labia majora are homologous to scrotum in males. Labia minora, these are two smaller folds of skin which lies under the labia majora. These are homologous to penile urethra in males. Labia minora fuse posteriorly to form fourchette. Fourchette also has numerous sebaceous glands. Ovary. Primordial follicles have single layer of squamous granulosa cells surrounding a primary oocyte. Primary follicles have single layer of cuboidal pregranulosa cells surrounding a primary oocyte. Secondary follicles have multiple layers of granulosa cells surrounding a primary oocyte. Antral follicles or tertiary follicles have a fluid-filled cavity called an antrum. Just before ovulation, the primary oocyte inside the tertiary follicle resumes meiosis and becomes secondary oocyte. Oogenesis. Meiosis in the primary oocyte arrests in prophase 1. Oocyte of dominant follicle resumes meiosis 1. This happens just before ovulation and produces two haploid cells that are quite dissimilar in size. The smaller sized cell is referred to as first polar body. The larger cell, which contains nearly all cytoplasm of the primary oocyte, is the secondary oocyte. The secondary oocyte arrests in metaphase 2, and it is this cell that is ovulated. If a sperm does not penetrate an ovulated secondary oocyte, the oocyte deteriorates, but if sperm penetration does occur, the oocyte quickly completes meiosis 2, yielding one large ovum and tiny second polar body. Menstrual cycle. It is a natural, recurring process in the female reproductive system, lasting about 28 days on average. It involves body preparations for potential pregnancy. Menstruation. Lining of the uterus is shed, resulting in the release of blood and tissue from the body through the vagina. Follicular phase. When the pituitary gland releases hormones that stimulate the growth and development of ovarian follicles. Ovulation. When a mature egg is released from the ovary and is ready for potential fertilization. Luteal phase. Empty ovarian follicle becomes the corpus luteum, producing hormones that prepare the uterus for possible embryo implantation.